Sophie was a smart girl who wanted a better life. She lived in a small apartment and worked a low-paying job. One day, she went to a charity event and met James. He was a handsome and wealthy man. Sophie saw a chance and approached him. "You seem kind. I admire your work," she said sweetly. James enjoyed the conversation. Sophie acted interested in his life and dreams, creating a strong bond. As their friendship grew, James fell for her charm. One evening, he looked into her eyes and said, "I feel lucky to have you. You make me happy." Sophie smiled, pretending to love him. A few months later, James proposed. "Sophie, will you marry me?" he asked. She acted shocked and said, "Yes. I love you." But her love was fake. They married quickly, and Sophie pretended to be the perfect wife. Inside, her goal was to steal his money. After a few months, she learned about his finances and waited for the right moment. While James was at work, Sophie opened his bank account and transferred a large amount to her own account. With the money, Sophie left their home and started a new life in another city. She rented a small apartment and bought nice clothes. She felt like a queen, but knew she had to stay hidden. Meanwhile, James noticed Sophie was missing and found the money gone. He quickly hired a detective named Mr. Black. He was known for his clever plans and promised to find Sophie. Mr. Black started investigating. He gathered information about Sophie's past. He learned she had many fake names and had lived in different cities. He knew she had made a mistake by transferring the money. After a few days, Mr. Black found a clue. Sophie had rented an apartment nearby. He quickly made a plan. Mr. Black called James and explained, "We need to catch her. I will go to her apartment while you wait nearby. When she leaves, we will follow her." The next day, Mr. Black went to Sophie's apartment. He watched and waited. After a few hours, Sophie finally left to meet friends at a fancy restaurant. Mr. Black followed her, staying hidden. At the restaurant, Sophie laughed and enjoyed her new life, unaware someone was watching. Mr. Black took a picture and sent it to James. After her meal, he returned to her apartment and knocked on the door. Sophie opened the door, shocked to see Mr. Black. "What do you want?" she asked. "I'm here to find you, Sophie. You took James' money, and you need to return it," he said firmly. Sophie tried to escape, but he was too quick. "You can't run away this time," he said. Realizing she was caught, she confessed, "I just wanted a better life." Mr. Black took her back to James. "She took your money, but she will return it," he said. James felt hurt. "Why did you do this?" he asked. "I thought I could live a better life," Sophie replied, tears in her eyes. James knew he could not trust her again. "You need to face the consequences," he said. Sophie was taken to the police station for theft. In the end, Mr. Black's clever plan caught the thief. James learned a valuable lesson about trust, while Sophie realized that a life built on lies would always end in failure.